All right, you're going to need your Understanding Word Problems packet, and we are on page 3. Remember that you can pause this video anytime to catch up on what I'm writing, okay? A professional wrestler is trying to gain weight. He eats blank calories each day for 1 week. How many calories did the wrestler consume that week? First, I want to make sure that vocabulary isn't tricking you up. So this word consume, we have heard this before when we talked about economics and social studies. There were producers and there were consumers. Consumers were the people who would use the products or use the services. So you can also think of the word as consume as taking in. So we want to know how many calories did the wrestler take into his body that week. Calories are going to be like your nutrients from food. So how many calories each day did he take in, and how much does that equal in the week? So this actually leads us to, what do we need to find out? Well, I see a question word of how, and I also see my question mark. So how many calories did the wrestler consume that week? Also, do we know how many days are in a week? We do, okay? So all of this lends itself to what we need to find out and what we already know as well. So the thing that we need to find out is how many calories the wrestler ate in a week, right? All right. So what do we already know that will help us answer this question? Well, we know that he eats the same amount of calories each day. And we also know that we are wanting to find out how many he ate in a week, or how much he ate in a week, and that in a week there are 7 days, right? So 1 week equals 7 days. So each of these 7 days, the wrestler is eating the same amount of calories. So how can we represent this? The way that I'm going to go ahead and represent this is I'm going to create a box that represents the calories over the 7 days. So I'm going to have calories each day. We'll put it right here. And so that's going to be 1, right? This will be day 1. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this will be our total in a week. So this is one way that we can be representing that, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another way that we could have represented it is where, because you might have caught on that we are joining equal groups already, and that's awesome if you're already catching on to that because we're working on this. You might say, okay, I know that there are going to be 7 days where we are going to have the same amount of calories. So we could, instead of drawing 7 boxes like this, we can represent that this is 7 days and that we're trying to figure out the total, right? So what we have is, we are definitely combining a group, But since these groups are the same amount, remember how I said that he eats the same amount each day? We actually know that we're going to be joining equal groups. So we're not going to be doing any of those, but we are going to do this. So we can write this by saying this problem joins an equal amount of calories for 7 days. So we're going to multiply the daily calories by 7. And then we want to come full circle. We want to come back and say that this is what it's going to answer. So we will say this will answer how many calories the wrestler ate in a week. Alrighty, that is word problem number 3. And a couple of different ways that we could represent it. Please make sure that you have that copied down just like I do, okay?